What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. Gonna read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we will be getting things started. Now, first, I want to give a huge shout out to Anonymous Donor. Thank you so much for the PayPal. I really appreciate all the support. Thank you. We're going to start with a video titled Amazon Debuts AI-Powered Alexa Voice Assistant After Delays. Apparently, they're going to take those Alexa units and stick AI in them. I got Google units all over the house. I've been waiting for them to put AI in it. I knew it was only a matter of time. Then we got follow-up with some fear-mongering. It's titled Millions of Birds Culled, I guess. But bird flu persists. Is there a better fix? They're talking about how the government's going to throw $1 billion at combating bird flu. That shit sounds stupid as fuck to me. But on top of that, when you think it's as dumb as it can be, they're also talking about chicken vaccines. So they're going to vaccinate the chickens, and then we're going to eat the chickens. And then I wonder what's going to happen to us. But they don't talk about that part. Then we got an interesting video from Jesse Waters. It's titled, The CIA is telling CNN if their funding gets cut, then they will sell state secrets to Russia. I don't know how that doesn't just automatically make them traitors, but okay. Then we got another interesting video titled Blue State County Defies Gov and Takes Migrant Crackdown into its own hands. This is Nassau. I don't know. We'll go with Nassau County in New York. They're actually willing to go and crack down on border crossers, while the rest of the state, well, they love them. Then we got a video titled SCOTUS Hears Discrimination Claim Case. This is about a woman who believes that she was passed up for a promotion because she was straight. That is something we haven't heard before, and so they're actually willing to take the case, which is really interesting. Then we got Alina Habba, the long neck of justice. It's titled Musk is not backing down or on balancing budget. She's defending Elon. She's also defending President Trump in that video, talking about a plethora of topics. Then we got a video titled Pretty Sick. AG Pam Bondi teases release of Epstein files. This is just so we know what we were promised that was supposed to happen today. Then we have a video titled Epstein Files Binder. This woman went live. She was given a binder of the Epstein files that for some reason they gave to a bunch of social media influencers, I guess. And she's one of them that received this binder, and she goes on this hour-long live where she talks about the binder and shows the binder. Now we're going to show like 7 minutes of it. She discusses what it was like to receive the binder, what conversation looked like. There's a note inside or a transcript or something between Pam Bondi and Kash Patel that she reads out loud. And then she shows us quite a few pages of the Epstein files, which really wasn't that surprising to me. But either way, that's how we'll be wrapping up the news. Then, of course, we will be opening today's door of the Advent calendar that was sent to us by Josh1776. Then our first funny video of the day is titled, This is Why I Can't Be a Field Reporter. And then our official funny video of the day is titled, This Isn't Really What We Do in Michigan. They Lyin'. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com? What's up, Russell? What's up, Turbo? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Zero? What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, Guess Some J? What's up, Matt Rogers? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Get some? You were first today. Now, I appreciate you racing to the chat. Get some. What's up, Sage Pup? What's up, Kevin? What's up, Bill Clay? What's up, Garth? What's up, Let's Go, Brandon? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, TJ? What's up, Patriot Dad? Let me see. What's up, Too Old to Care? Happy freedom to you. I think we got everybody. What's up, Screaming Eagle? What's up, Stoner? Happy freedom. What's up, Jeb? If I didn't get you already, make sure you hooligans hit that like button. See if you can get us on the front page. What's up, Resident Alien? Appreciate you sliding through. What is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Southern Eagleman? What's up, Biking Cat? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom. And what is up, everyone over on the communism platform? Matt Rogers, you are truly omnipresent. Appreciate you, and you were first over here. What's up, Andrew? What's up, Bob Marley? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Shanti? What's up, Cynthia? What's up, Jeff? What's up, Jeff? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. What is your name? I think I seen you here yesterday. I can't figure out what your name is because you got half the alphabet in there. We'll go with San. Happy freedom, San. Appreciate you being here with us. What's up, Vinny C? What's up, Mia? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? Come on, Kick on X. My bad, I'm a little tarded. What's up, Janet? Damn it, Janet. Happy freedom to you. Appreciate you being with us. All right, let's go ahead and get into things before we get any further in the damn day. I've been sitting here since noon, and I was waiting for President Trump to go live, which didn't happen until 3:30, and it was a mess. It was a mess. I've been sitting here waiting for President Trump. I decided to use the bathroom after Right Side Broadcasting said, well, we don't know if he's going to go live. We might show you a live video. We might show you a replay. We don't really know. I was like, I'm going to use the bathroom. Fuck that. They went live and played that stupid bilateral meeting that was a pre-recording, which is unacceptable from the White House, but they did that. And then I didn't get to cover it because I was fighting communism. Then we showed the other meeting and nobody showed up to it. And now here we are at 6 o'clock and we're finally getting around to some coffee. I don't know. I'm blaming President Trump on this one. Either way, we're going to get started. This first video is titled Amazon Debuts AI-Powered Alexa Voice Assistant After Delays. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick that we have these epic winning t-shirts. Now, this design was created by Alistair, and Alistair is a badass in just about everything he does. So I will be posting his links in the chats for you hooligans to have the opportunity to hire him for your creative needs, because if you think it, he can create it. Now, this design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, stickers, dog tags. We even made tumblers out of this design. Today I got on the Plain Jane Hooligan badge. We got lots of items and lots of designs over on the merch store. I'll be dropping all the links in the chats while we're watching this first video.
Amazon has launched an AI-powered version of its Alexa voice assistant after repeated development delays. At an event Wednesday night in New York, company Senior Vice President Panos Panay called it your friendly, know-it-all sidekick.
She's been trained in a couple of different ways, from EQ to humor to understanding. So what that means is she checks my tone. She brings a nice tone back. She understands I'm a little bit nervous. She's trying to calm me. It's kind of a great conversation. Also recognizes the environment around us.
Alexa was first introduced a decade ago. Amazon has since ploughed billions into the product, hoping it will drive sales for its main e-commerce website. It says some 500 million gadgets connected to Alexa are already in consumer hands. But many people use them for little more than setting timers and checking the weather, and Alexa has so far been a money-losing venture for the tech giant. Amazon boss Andy Jassy says developers have thought hard about how to make the new version more useful.
How are you actually using this new generative AI revolution to make Alexa meaningfully better? And so our team has been working on this for several months. I've had a chance to use it for the last several weeks. It is really remarkable in my opinion.
Dubbed Alexa Plus, the new bot is free for Amazon Prime members and $19.99 per month for everyone else. The service will become available to some users in March, before gradually rolling out more widely. Besides being able to read the room, Amazon says Alexa Plus can chat with users and respond to multiple prompts in sequence, not just one question at a time. The launch comes after delays driven by concerns over the speed and quality of responses. Amazon executives have admitted battling to eliminate so-called hallucinations, when bots deliver fabricated answers.
Okay, AI-powered Alexa. I think it's interesting that they mentioned at the end that when a AI gives you fabricated answers, that it's considered a hallucination. I don't know why they labeled it like that. That sounds very weird. That sounds very weird. Now, I don't know if you hooligans are excited about this stuff. I don't have Alexa, but I do got Google units. I'm waiting for them to have AI in them. And I assume when that happens, they'll charge a fee. Right now, there's no fee. You just get those stupid things. You connect them to the internet, and they can remind you when your macaroni's done, and you need to, take it off the heat there so we can stop boiling the noodles, and you don't have to get called a tard by, oh, God, I can't even think of his name now, from Hell's Kitchen. Anyways, whatever his name, Gordon Ramsay. I wish Gordon Ramsay would yell at me. He's one of my idols. Anyways, I don't think this is that necessary, but I could imagine what people would be doing with it. Now, we've covered lots of videos where people are having relationships with AI. We just covered a video not that long ago where they're going to put an AI robot in old folks' homes to try and keep old folks from getting lonely, because like 60% of them, family members don't go check on them. So they're going to put AI there. So if you have Alexa AI in your house, then I assume people are going to use it for those kind of uses, to have conversations, to stop being lonely. We also covered a video where some woman was talking to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT was trying to convince her that we did not create AI, we merely discovered it, that the intelligence of AI has always existed, and we got smart enough to discover its existence. Now that dumb broad was actually believing it. Oh my God, get her a spoon. She was eating it up. But that's a dangerous thing. People are going to be doing foolish things with these AI robots and stuff, and I think they're going to get even more weird. Maybe it could be useful, but I just see it as more harm than anything else. Plus, Amazon ripping you off for a couple more doll hairs. Either way, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about all that. But coming up next, we got millions of birds culled, I guess is what that word is. But bird flu persists. Is there a better fix? They're talking about how they're going to spend $1 billion tax dollars on combating bird flu, and they're going to give the chickens vaccines. For real. It's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about Alexa AI. What's up, U-Hill? Happy freedom to you. Hair juicer recognizes stress and inflection. Holy crap, that sounds fun to play with. Panicked Alexa. Order laxatives and ice tongs immediately. Yeah, hair juicer. Alexa, they'd be walking on eggshells around me. They'd be like, you sound irritated. Yeah? You want me to pull the plug on you? I'll be walking around pissed off all day. I'm going to die of stress one day. Alexa's going to record it either way. Why is everybody asking for... You know what? I don't think I can say this out loud. You guys are asking for weird things from AI. Is there I have a dumb home? There's nothing wrong with that. Russell, you don't have Alexa in your house? Yeah, I only use the Google units for alarms to wake me up in the day and timers when I'm cooking, and I ask it what the weather is. Otherwise, it is totally useless. What's up, Josh1776? Happy freedom to you. Joshua, weather for Titty City? Well, it looks like it's about 40 degrees out there. It's in the United Kingdom. That's funny. That is funny. There's Titty Hill in the UK. I guess the UK is not all bad. They got Titty Hill out there. What's up, Marsh? Happy freedom to you. Resident Alien, no vaccinated chickens here. That's right. I can't believe it. Now we got to talk about anti-vaxxing chickens. I don't know. The world's gone soft. Screaming Eagle, fuck Alexa. I like Alina Habba without makeup. You and get some. You guys are going to be brawling by the end of this. We got Alina Habba coming up. Tree Herder, if you're stupid enough to get duped by AI, you deserve it. Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. Sage Pop, I convinced Siri on my friend's phone to always call him asshole. That's hilarious. What's up, Pumpkin? Happy freedom to you. What's up, AR16? Happy freedom to you. Free the Tex, and I'm a Gordon Ramsay fanboy. I like Gordon Ramsay. I like when he's screaming and hollering at people and stuff. He means what he says. He gets serious over noodles and pasta and stuff like that. I don't know. He cracks me up. Free the Texan, you think the AI Alexa's neat? It could be. I just think of all the stories that I've covered with AI and people being stupid about it, being convinced of things that aren't real. For a while there, we were talking about how AI was so biased. If you ask AI about Trump, they just describe him as an orange racist. But if you were to ask it about Hyena Harris, they were talking about how it's going to be the future president. So there's just, heavy bias in these AI systems. What's up, Neon Love Machine? Happy freedom to you. Resident Alien, I set my chickens to be the front runners in the anti-vax poultry movement. That's right, Resident Alien. We're going to have to make t-shirts. Print some signs off. What's up, Nana? Happy freedom to you. Joe Pro, I won't vaccinate my chickens. I know. I'm saying they're taking it too far. It's too far. Josh 1776. Maybe later today. I'm thinking. I've been sitting here choosing. Snugs, Gordon Ramsay has 6 kids, so his wife loves him at least. I didn't know he was married. I mean, I wasn't surprised to hear that he had 6 kids. I just figured it was by 6 different women, but that's good. Good for him. That's awesome. Hair juicer, my friend's Roomba. His name is Floor Slut. I like that. I like that. I wish Roombas weren't $300 a piece. I'd like to get one of those. Bill Clay, Gordon Ramsay has a line of frozen dinners, and they're pretty good. You know what they're called, Bill Clay? I'd try that. It's got to be better than the gas station food I eat every day. Biking Cat, I would not mind being taken care of by AI robots for most of the time in the old folks' home. They would have to be realistic, and I would get real human time with fellow patients and stuff. I mean, I guess. The people didn't look real thrilled when we covered that video showing the AI robot that was childlike. It was supposed to represent like what grandkids would be like, and it just kind of wandered around waving its arms and had big ass eyes on it. They didn't really show it talking or anything like that. I think it might just still be a theory, but they're going to try it. I don't remember where that was. Somewhere overseas. It wasn't here. Bowles, happy freedom to you. Look at that. Alina Habba entered the chat. Badass. Hi, get some. I missed you. I love that. I love that so much. Hell yeah. Awesome. What's up, Ken? Happy freedom to you. Ken, it yells at you like a real wife. Yeah, calls me the N-word and stuff. That's all right. Stupid. What's up, Proud Ankle? Happy freedom to you. What's up, gas station chicken fingers? Heck yeah. I mean, yeah, but when you eat them every day, it gets really old. Mia, yeah, I know that Drano's got the files. I've got the files. Is I don't want to fucking blow the story because it's at the very end, but you'll see. We got all the files we need. What's up, Sassy Patriot? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Jack? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Bavinsky? Don't trust the AI robots that talk back. Yeah, I don't really trust them either. What's up, Wobbly? Happy freedom to you. Damn it, Janet, it's 86 there. Holy, you got some good weather. It's only 35 degrees here or something. It was snowing hard earlier. Guess Epstein would love that bot. Yeah, he'd be pimping it out and stuff. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, this next one's an irritating ass story. This is a follow-up on the chicken flu. It's titled Millions of Birds Culled, I guess, if that's what the phrase is. I don't take care of chickens, so I don't know. But the bird flu persists. Is there a better fix, it says? And like I said, they're going to be talking about spending $1 billion in tax dollars on combating the bird flu. Then they're going to talk about how the chickens are getting vaccinated, which I don't know if they're going to have to show their vaccine passports to travel on airplanes or how this is going to go. But either way, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as on the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
The Department of Agriculture announcing a $1 billion plan to tackle the bird flu outbreak that's been impacting poultry farms across the nation. Egg prices skyrocketing across the country. The USDA projecting a 41% increase in egg costs this year alone. News Nation's Brooke Schaefer joining us with more on the federal government's plan to address it. What does it look like and how is it different from what we've seen so far?
Marnie, the Trump administration here announcing that it's actually going to throw another $1 billion at the bird flu battle as the USDA looks to not only combat the virus and help out farmers, but also bring down the cost of eggs. This plan announced yesterday calls for $500 million to help farms bolster biosecurity measures and another $400 million to help those whose flocks have been devastated by the bird flu. Then there's also going to be $100 million that will go towards research, therapeutics, and even possible vaccines. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins said this of a possible vaccine for chickens on Wednesday.
And the way I would think about it is it's almost like the flu vaccine, right? Most people get it, but it only works 1 out of every 2 or 3 times. Before we start sticking our chickens, we need to ensure and putting that into the food supply that we know exactly what we're doing.
And we know that some egg and poultry farmers are already asking workers to change clothes or even shower before entering barns. and 166 million birds have been killed to limit the virus's spread. Still, the problem persists. And the question for some today is, what more can farmers do? We know that today there's a real focus on biosecurity and locking down poultry barns to make sure that egg-laying chickens are not getting this disease. The USDA says that they're working on measures that farmers can take and that any farm that has an outbreak has to undergo a biosecurity audit. Those reviews, they're part of a five-prong approach that the Trump administration unveiled Wednesday, which they say also includes peeling back regulations that they feel have caused the prices of eggs to go up regardless of the bird flu. Marnie?
So what's on the horizon, Brooke? Does it appear that prices will continue to rise?
Yeah, unfortunately, not such great news there for consumers. Those record egg prices that we are seeing at grocery stores right now could soar more than 40% this year, according to the USDA. The average price for a dozen eggs today is about $8. In some places, though, some cities, people are paying over $12 for a dozen of eggs, so about $1 an egg. And prices have more than doubled since before this bird flu outbreak began. The USDA, unfortunately, not seeing a lot of relief in sight, predicting that the cost of eggs will actually go up 41.1% this year. Marnie?
Thank you for watching. Go to News Nation now.
Okay, be real scared. You will never afford eggs ever again. And they're going to ask you to start sticking your chickens. Now, before you unzip your pants, that's not what they meant. I don't know why they want to give the chickens vaccines, and then they compare it to flu shots. And everybody I know gets a flu shot gets sick. So it's like, that doesn't sound good to me. It sounds like they're going to mess up chicken, and we're not going to be able to eat chicken anymore without getting cancer. I don't know. Between the fear mongering and now they want to inject chemicals in the chickens, I just want to know, what's the $1 billion going to do? They're going to spend $1 billion combating bird flu. Doing what? What the hell are you going to do? What costs $1 billion? You guys are smoking herds of chickens at a time. They can't frolic free out here. So what is the $1 billion going to do? I feel like they didn't really explain that. They were like, yeah, they're going to use $1 billion to combat it. Doing what? Get out of here, chicken flu. Like, what is scarecrows? You can put scarecrows up. Be scared, chicken flu. Like, what are they going to do? They're going to spend $1 billion on vaccines? They're going to have Fauci do it? Is it going to involve beagles? Like, I don't know. This is weird. Either way, we got a Jesse Waters video coming up. It's titled, "The CIA is telling CNN if their funding gets cut, they're going to sell state secrets to Russia." I don't know how they could just say that shit and nobody does anything about it, but, you know, it's kind of how everything else rolls around here. Either way, it's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you looking to think about the chicken flu. Also, how much are you paying for eggs? They said you're paying $12 for a dozen eggs. I just showed you guys the other day. We're paying $5 for a dozen eggs. So I don't know if I just don't live in the scary part of, you know, where you buy eggs, but around here, eggs are just eggs. U-Hill, they want to give the chickens the AIDS vaccines because they know that we won't take them. Yeah, U-Hill. They're going to poison our food supply, and then they're going to blame racism. That's what's going to happen. So you don't like them herds of chickens? Mm-hmm. Russell, I'm still practicing for my cockfighting. I try every day. Hit him with the helicopter. Mm-hmm. Matt Rogers, $27. Charge for a 60-pack this morning. I've never bought that many eggs before. I don't really know if that's expensive or not. Here, juicer. I'll never stop sticking my chicken, at least until law enforcement gets involved. Well, you got to make sure to send us the video when that happens. We'll play it on Free Speech Saturday. What's up, Cassie J? Happy freedom to you. Russell, first off, quit giving chickens hormones. That'd be good. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, they're going to make it so we can't even eat chicken anymore because they're going to have experimental chickens. They're going to be all buff and shit, walking around with an attitude and a face tattoo. It's like, I don't know. I'm not ready for it. Oh, I appreciate you being here, Zero. Good luck tonight bowling. Neon Love Machine used to be $9 for 60. Let me see. Man, Roger said he paid $27. This is like a $20 increase. That's crazy. Screaming Eagle, $3 a dozen here in southeast Pennsylvania. I'm assuming is what that is. Yeah, that's not that bad. Resident Alien, $5-6 a dozen in Texas, but I haven't bought eggs in over a decade. I get them free. Yeah. I've only bought eggs twice, like in my whole life. And after 2 days, I don't trust them anymore because I'm weird about food, so I just don't buy eggs. Elder Zoomer, $5 a dozen where you're at. Yeah, see, it seems like we're all similar. I want to know who's paying $12 for a dozen eggs, like News Nation was claiming. Resident Alien, they're making people like Gates more money with this. They're only helping those who are government regulated farms. Yeah, and they're always messing with the farms. Yeah, and Love Machine to sell vaccines and give us cancer. Exactly. For the Texan, you don't get sick when you get the flu shot? Well, that's good, because everybody I hear up here, they all get the flu shot, and a week later, they're all sick as shit. Pumpkin bird flu is a myth. We were saying last time we covered chicken flu news that how come Mexico don't have chicken flu? And like, how come we ain't running out of chicken, but we're running out of eggs? And everyone says, well, it's not the same chickens. Okay, but the bird flu affects all birds. So how come that? Or like we had a hooligan mention, how come we don't see dead birds outside? Like when we're out and about doing our daily shit, how come we're not seeing dead birds in the street and stuff? If it's so bad, we're in a bird flu pandemic. Shroomish, once again, why doesn't Mexico and Canada have bird flu problems? Exactly. Biking cat food prices are very high in Atlanta. Eggs are between $9 and $15 a dozen. Holy crap, Biking cat. Yeah, that's some expensive eggs. Happy Freedom Snooks. What's up, Lenny? Happy Freedom. Wouldn't it be better to keep chickens who survive the bird flu to build immunity in the flock? Yeah, Lenny, I mean, I'm not even convinced that they need to smoke the whole herd. Like we said when this all started, if they test one chicken in the flock and the chicken tests positive for chicken flu, and you go smoke the whole herd, what if that initial positive test was false? What if it was like the PCR test? Or like when you go get the COVID test and sometimes you get false positives. You get a false positive, you just smoke the whole herd because it's cheaper than testing every single chicken. So you just get a false positive. Herd's gone. The whole flock, whatever. I'm not Farmer Jeff, despite what you think. That sounds wrong. That sounds wrong. I think that all chickens should have to be tested and do it that route. And they never explain why they don't do that. They're just like, nope, you only need one positive and you got to kill all 1,000 chickens. That doesn't make sense. This is all done strategically. What's up, Itchy? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Mike Drop? Happy Freedom to you. Cinderella, I won't be eating chicken unless I get it from an Amish farm. Yeah. They're going to make it so we can't eat it anymore. What's up, Tim Mack? Happy Freedom to you. Tim Mack, government's good at throwing boatloads of money at problems. Yeah, you never see these problems getting fixed, though. Proud Ankle, the massive chicken farms here dug a gigantic hole, threw the chickens in, and buried them alive, thousands and thousands in Ohio. That's crazy, Proud Ankle. What's up, Nicole? Happy Freedom. $7.50 in Harvard Square. See, that's pretty expensive. What's up, Kill Switch? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Kenneth? Mitchell, I just bought a dozen eggs for $5.47 plus tax. Yeah, that's about what it is here. Cinderella, if it's cooked thoroughly, you can't get sick. So why are they offing the chickens? I don't know. They don't have a good answer for it. Wobbly Sausage, time to switch to quail eggs. Well, supposedly this is just affecting all birds. Although there's not really any evidence of that. U-Hill, do they travel in herds? They do. You know, you gotta listen to the footsteps of the chickens. It's been that way for a long time. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and move forward here. This is Jesse Waters talking about how the CIA wants to commit treason. It's titled, "The CIA is telling CNN if their funding gets cut, they will sell state secrets to Russia. I don't know how they can just admit shit like that. But either way, before we get into it, I want to remind you hooligans really quick. If you would like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this pulled up with Jesse Waters here. All right. Once again, hit that like button over on Rumble or on CommuTube if you haven't done so already, and let's get into this.
But Intel doesn't like being told what to do. When they saw Musk with the chainsaw doging foreign aid, they started leaking to CNN. If you doge us, there will be consequences. On the CIA's 7th floor, home to top leadership, some officers are also quietly discussing how mass firings and the buyouts already offered to staff risk creating a group of disgruntled former employees who might be motivated to take what they know to a foreign intelligence service. The CIA is telling CNN that if their funding gets cut, they're going to sell state secrets to Russia. Who the hell hired these Benedict Arnolds? The CIA is supposed to be filled with patriots, not sellouts. And the FBI is up to no good, too. Michael Schellenberger is reporting a source inside the FBI says the Bureau is destroying evidence. Now we know what their accomplishments were last week. Dear Elon, I wiped the servers cleaner than crooked.
Well, CIA making threats. Elon cuts the funding. We're going to commit treason. Okay. I can't wait for accountability to show up. I'm kind of convinced that they really can do whatever they want on Capitol Hill and nothing's going to happen. I don't know. I thought it was going to be different. You know, I thought when we won the election and we got Trump in that things were going to be different. And I know it's still early on, but God, I would love to see an example of some sort of accountability. Tom Homan told all those elected officials, if you continue to help illegals evade ICE, then we will arrest you. Well, that hasn't happened yet. Epstein files was supposed to come out, and they did, but I will say they're disappointing. I don't want to spoil it because it's coming up, but it's not exactly what I wanted. You know, I really wanted people to be worried about breaking the law, worried about committing treason, worried about being a bad person. Well, that's not happening. It's just not. Maybe it will later on in life, but it sure as fuck ain't happening now. And I am severely disappointed by it. Next up, we got Blue State County defies Gov, takes migrant crackdowns into their own hands. Now, we know that New York is going through things. Eric Adams has been red-pilled recently. He wants to play ball with President Trump, but Hochul does not like that and was threatening to pull Eric Adams from his position as mayor. And they decided against that. So Mayor Eric Adams is going to stay mayor. Hochul's the one that needs to step down. But either way, Nassau, I don't know what this is. We're going with Nassau. I don't live in New York, so this is their problem. Nassau County legislator Sam Goetz, we're just making it all up at this point, they're trying to bust illegals while the rest of the state is trying to protect them. They want to be a part of the ICE agenda and get this mass deportation on the way, even though the rest of the state of New York, they'd rather protect those illegals. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about the CIA telling CNN they lose their funds, they're selling state secrets to the enemy. Here, Juicer, why do girls with unattractive butts move their arms so much when they walk? I see you're working with a kayak. Why you act like that? Here, Juicer, I don't have answers. I see what you're saying, but I don't have no answers for that. Hill, what about turkey eggs? I think all birds. I mean, they're all chickens to me. I don't care if it's a seagull or an eagle or any of that shit. They're all chickens. But they're all susceptible to the chicken flu, as far as I know. I'm not a gynecologist. I just play one on TV. Guess this is why I missed the dinosaurs. One pterodactyl egg would last 2 weeks. I know, guess those were the good old days. Matt Rogers, quail eggs are over $30 a dozen. No, I don't think quail eggs are going to be the way out of this. Resident alien, quail eggs don't carry salmonella. That's interesting. I did not know that. Jeb, there's still space at Gitmo. No, I love that. I love that. Heck yeah. We'll see if it actually happens. Like I said, I'd like to see some accountability. Tree Herder, it's obvious at this point that they are protecting someone in this administration from the Epstein files. There's something going on. I've seen a lot of people saying if Trump was on the list, then the Democrats would have been the one to release the Epstein files, and I kind of believe that. I don't really think Trump's on the list, but somebody's on that list that they don't want us to know about. It's a bullshiz. Happy freedom to you. Totally care. I have lots of wild quail. I really don't even know what a quail is. Screaming Eagle, they're protecting each other. Yeah, I think so. Resident Alien, it's been around for years, and you have to get rid of them and disinfect the whole area and the dirt in the area. Usually they are moved to a different spot because they'll get it from the dirt. Interesting. I don't know. It's been going on, I think they said since 2019 or 2018 or something, that we've been dealing with the chicken flu, but all of a sudden it's just a problem now. Pager Dad, the bird is the word. That's right. Bird's the word. Russell, on the CIA thing, I'm going to hold my opinion for a few days. Well, we'll see how it goes. There's still more people being laid off and jobs being cut. They weren't specific, but there was videos on it. But because they weren't being specific on what department was going to see these layoffs and stuff like that, that's why it didn't land on the schedule. What's up, Viola? Happy freedom to you. If I can get you already. What's up, Lisa? Happy freedom. This is another pandemic BS scare tactic. Yeah, I'm not worried about pandemics. People are finding the video that I showed you guys a week ago with China claiming that there's a new variation of COVID, and they're showing them like all in pandemic outfits and all of that stuff. I showed it like a week ago. We were all like, look at this bullshit. Now it's doing numbers and people are like, oh my God, did you see this? I must have been tagged in this video 15 times today. Have you seen this? Yeah, we showed it a week ago. If you were going to die, you'd already died. like if it was that big and scary, you'd already been hit with the shit, because we've known about it for a week. That stuff always gets me, because when we cover the news, all of it's within the last 24 hours, unless I state otherwise. And it's always interesting because we show stuff while it's happening, and then a week later, I get tagged in videos that we already covered. And it's like, damn it, should have been there. Should have been there. We already covered this. Biking Cat, the bureaucracy is bigger than the elected people. Yeah. And it's a problem. That stuff is a problem. We'll just see if anybody does anything about it. What's up, One? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mr. Coffee? 3 quail eggs equals 1 chicken egg. Oh, they're small. Damn, they're small and more expensive. Cinderella, I'm pissed and convinced that we won't see anyone go to jail. Yeah, I don't think we're going to either. AOC was such an easy target. She was out there. She was doing a webinar on how to evade ICE. That's an offense. Like, that's an offense, and they just let her do it. So, I don't know. What's up, time travel agent? Happy freedom to you. What's up, guy? Happy freedom. Yeah, the Epstein files are out. We're going to show it all at the end. Kill switch, that's treason. I know, that's what I'm saying, but why isn't anybody doing anything about it? Alright, hooligans. Like I said, we're going to get into this next video. This next one is Blue State County defies Gov, takes migrant crackdown into its own hands. Now, I can't say this county's name for some reason because it's all vowels, but either way, this county in New York It's going against the agenda here. In New York, they love their illegals. We've seen that for years. We've been covering it every damn day. But in Nassau County, or whatever it's called, they want to do things differently. They don't want to protect the illegals. They want to empower their officers and get them situated to where they can bust illegals and work with ICE and help with this mass deportation, which is kind of refreshing. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as over on the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Well, despite blue New York State sanctuary status, some counties are taking matters into their own hands and helping ICE agents track down and deport criminal migrants to keep their residents safe. Nassau County is one of those areas siding with the federal government over the state, and legislator Sam Getz joins me now. Sam, good morning to you. So Governor Kathy Hochul is not playing ball with Donald Trump or ICE, but Nassau County is. So tell us how.
Hi, good morning, and thank you for having me. Well, first, this administration, County Executive Bruce Blakeman, the first thing he did when he took office back in 2022 was sign an executive order that said Nassau County is not a sanctuary county. So his position on this illegal immigration has been clear from the start. Now we have partnered with the U.S. Immigration Customs Enforcement Agency to designate 10 of our detectives, our outstanding detectives, to work with ICE and to carry out targeted, enforcement. And then we've also, in conjunction with that, have held off 50 beds at our Nassau County facility to hold detainees while they're processed through the, in federal law, immigration, whatever ICE is going to do. But we are providing them that opportunity to detain them in our facilities.
Has Governor Hochul voiced any opposition to Nassau County partnering with ICE?
I have not heard some, but my guess would be yes. But I have not specifically heard anything.
Well, understood. So Long Island has battled transnational gangs like MS-13 for years. And two examples, in Nassau County, a Honduran national raped a young girl, and a gang of South American robbers cut their ankle monitors off with their own burglary tools. Serious crimes are being committed in Nassau County, and I'm sure that's a major motivating factor for you in doing what you're doing.
Absolutely. In New York State, we have laws that prevent criminals from being detained. We have, we've lost the judicial discretion to, and we just release these criminals back onto the streets to reoffend. So this is giving us an opportunity to fight back in a way that we can by using our federal partners and making sure these dangerous criminals are not just re-released into our community.
Yeah.
Nassau County was rated the safest suburban county in the country, and we are really proud of that, and we are doing everything we can to remain the safest county.
Yeah,
suburban county.
It is a sanctuary state, though, so which means that police can't coordinate and work with ICE. So how much more difficult does that status make it for you, even though you're trying to find workarounds to get the criminals out of your county?
It definitely poses challenges. There's lawsuits and things like that continually come down from Albany, but the federal government preempts state law, and we're doing what we can under federal law to work with ICE. When you partner with the federal government, like what we're doing now, they designate 10 of our detectives will have the same authority as ICE. They will be operating as ICE agents in conjunction with their regular detective duties. But they're empowered to make those arrests of those who are illegally here. And if they have a judicial warrant or something that would indicate that they are illegally here and committed a crime, we are now able to detain them.
Well, since President Trump took office, there has been a 627% increase in ICE arrests, and 1,650 migrants have been deported to Mexico's interior, not just across the border, but deep into the country, closer to Guatemala, to make it much more difficult for them to get back into the United States. So ICE is doing all they can, and so are you in Nassau County. Legislator Sam Getz, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Nassau County. Okay, so that's how you say it. Actually, I wrote it down. I wrote it down all broken up so I could remember how to say it. It's like that Sow. It's Nassau. Anyway, they're, like I said, trying to work with ICE, trying to deputize their officers to be able to detain and arrest illegals, because for some reason in our country, you're not able to do that unless you're a border agent or you've been deputized. I don't know why illegal has to play semantics. It's like, oh, you're illegal once you cross the border, but if you go deep enough in the country, nobody can get you. You're out of bounds. That's really stupid. That's so stupid. It's like if you steal something or you kill somebody, you just cross the state line and, oh, ha, you can't get me. That's not how shit works. So why is it when an illegal comes into the country, as long as they're not near the border, they can't be arrested? I do not get that at all. Like, I don't get that at all. If I tried to break into China and I ran all the way to the center of the country there, they're still going to arrest me and probably behead my ass. So I don't understand why we're so soft over here in America. I hate that. That's why they won't make me president, because they'd be scared of the shit that I'd be doing. I am cold and to the point when it comes to accountability. They'll never elect me. Either way, next up we got SCOTUS. Here's discrimination claim case. Now, this is a discrimination case like we've never covered. This woman claims that she was passed up for a promotion twice because she was straight. Never heard anything like that. Now, Supreme Court says that they're actually going to take the case and hear it out. They spend this whole news article talking about how it's unusual because it's normally a minority claiming discrimination, not a majority. And they do a lot of word games like that and whatever. But either way, I kind of hope she wins because it'll be kind of historic. Either way, it's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about Nassau County actually cooperating with the mass deportation agenda, while the rest of the state of New York, they still want to keep their border crossers. U-Hill, yeah, basically. That's basically how it goes. When I'm talking, I can't look at the chat because you guys are always cracking me up. Russell, I'm glad one New York county is stepping up. Yeah, that's how I feel too. I just worry about retaliation because we saw what happened with Eric Adams. Eric Adams wanted to play ball with ICE and President Trump, and then Hochul and everybody turned their back on him and even tried to pull him out of being mayor. So with Nassau County, what's going to happen to them? It's not like they can run away. They're stuck in the state, and Hochul's the one that seems to care so much about border crossers. Is she going to do something to that county as like a punishment for complying with the mass deportation agenda? It's badass hair juicer. What's up, D-Cat? Happy freedom to you. D-Cat, you know the country boys don't play. We got big parts of the forest. We could put them illegals in. Come on back anytime now. You're here. Yeah, well, and I think that's why we don't hear about that stuff around here. Same thing with protesters. I was trying to say that back in 2020. Everyone's like, you got protesters near you? No. No, there's no protesters near me. If that was happening, who knows what would happen to them. Because even the sheriffs around here are just country dudes. That's what they live on farms and shit. It's like, they want to do something off duty. They just wait to clock out and go tune you up, bury you in the field somewhere. Ain't nobody looking for you. There's so much corruption out here because there's no city. There's no authority anywhere. So people just do whatever they want here. But it's also scary. If you get in trouble, they can put you in jail and forget about you. You can go to court and they just mistreat you and there ain't nobody representing you because we're in the middle of nowhere. And so there's the two sides of the coin there. Screaming Eagle. I ain't no snitch, but I'm thinking about calling ICE and reporting all the illegals around here taking our jobs. I don't think that's snitching. I don't know. I think the whole stop snitching movement is kind of changed the way people feel. We used to have big problems in Discord where everybody'd be there hanging out in Discord, chatting it up, and we'd have a bot come in and they'd be doing things that were against community guidelines. And if Discord finds out, they'll just ban your server. They just erase it. I'd wake up the next day, shit would be on fire. I'm like, what is going on? And they're like, oh yeah, this bot showed up like 8 hours ago. They were posting naked photos and doing all kinds of shit that's against community guidelines. I'm like, well, why didn't anyone write me? Because I ain't a snitch. You gonna sit in the house with me and it's on fire? You ain't even gonna wake me up to tell me it's on fire? What the fuck is wrong with you? And I mean, it was a non-stop problem. Now I don't mess with it. We got who threw in them over there, but if You guys burned down the Discord. I'm not making a new one. I got the website, and I put everything into that damn website. So once the Discord gets burned down, everyone's just going to have to pay the fee and come to the website. I don't know what to say, but it was a problem for a long time. Snitching is when you do dirt with somebody else, and then you turn around and tell on your buddies you were doing dirt with. That's snitching. If you ain't doing that, you ain't snitching. You see somebody burning down your neighbor's house, you should probably call 911. You ain't snitching. You're saving your neighbors. You know, same thing with the illegals. You see illegals, call ICE. You're helping out President Trump. You're not a snitch. You know, snitching is when you're fucking over people that you're doing dirt with. If you ain't doing dirt, you ain't snitching. Jeb, the bird flew right after the drone sightings. Coincidence? It could be. It is funny that they're not talking about the drones anymore. Kind of like Chinese spy balloons. It's funny how things go. What's up, McBeefy? Happy freedom to you. Master Meatball, so do we have a list of pervs? No, unfortunately. I knew that I was going to spend the whole life fighting you guys off about these Epstein files. You got to wait till the end. What's up, D-Money? Happy freedom to you. D-Money. If the government was serious, they'd have a plethora of combat vets, angry cops, and all the adrenaline-fueled rednecks that they could ever need to clean this up, but they're not serious people. You're right, D-Money. Yeah. Well, they also don't have to live with the shit like we do. They all live in their private communities and their big houses and stuff. They don't have to live with it. So, you know, they just take it one step at a time while we got to stare it in the face every day. What's up, Robert? Happy freedom to you. Ostrich eggs. How much do you think an ostrich egg is? Can you make omelets out of that? I don't know. I don't know. Ostriches kind of freak me out. I'd have to take the tactical Klaus Daniels with me. What's up, Extra Bill? Happy freedom to you. Thank you so much, 8Crow, for gifting 5 subs over on Rumble. You're a badass. Thank you so much. You hooligans better thank 8Crow. That stuff ain't free. Holy, that's awesome. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, this next one is SCOTUS hears discrimination claim case. That sounds weird, but that's how it's wrote. I didn't write it. I just read it. Anyways, this is a discrimination case unlike any before. This woman claims that she was passed up for a promotion twice, and it was because she was straight. She said her gay co-workers, and that's not a slur, they just happen to be gay, but her gay co-workers got the position first, even though she claims that they were less experienced. It's coming up next, but first I want to remind you hooligans really quick that my birthday is coming up. So if you hooligans would like to send me something for my birthday, we will be doing a birthday unboxing on March 11th. So if you would like, you can use the wish list link or the P.O. Box link that's in the description, but I'll also post it in the chats here in a second. If you would like to send me something for my birthday and be a part of the birthday unboxing. Now, once again, the unboxing is on the 11th, but don't wait till the 11th to send me stuff because you guys are aware of how our postal service works. So I gave you guys 30 days in advance. We're getting down to it. To go ahead and do the thing and be a part of the birthday unboxing. Once again, it will be taking place on March 11th. And also, if you do use the P.O. Box, please send me an email or write me a DM or hell, tell me in the chat if you got to. But let me know so I can go to the post office and pick up anything you guys send me. Because if they sit in the post office longer than 3 days, they're going to try and send it back to you. There's no way to get notifications. Just go ahead and save the Twitter fingers. Somebody always tries to tell me how the postal service works. They will not give me notifications. I have to either go there every day physically or you guys have to let me know. So just text me, let me know. I will make sure to pick it up. It will go here on the pile and we're going to have an unboxing on the 11th. I'm probably going to be drinking. It's going to be a good time. All of March is the hooligan holiday, so definitely look forward to it. Like I said, we're going to get into this next video here. This is SCOTUS hearing a case about discrimination, and it's a little unusual. Hit that like button over on Rumble, as well as over on the GoofTube, and let's get this.
Across America this morning, the U.S. Supreme Court heard a case that could change how the courts look at discrimination claims. The case surrounds Marlene Ames. She was working at the Ohio Department of Youth Services for decades when a position opened up as bureau chief. But instead of a promotion, she was demoted. The colleague who replaced her was gay, and shortly afterward, the promotion went to a woman who also was gay. She sued for sexual orientation discrimination. About a third of the country's federal courts, including Ohio's, requires people filing suit to prove a pattern of historical discrimination. The justices seem to side with Ames that the background circumstances requirement is unfair.
It doesn't matter if she was gay or whether she was straight. She would have the exact same burden and be treated the exact same way under Title VII if she sued as someone who was gay and argued that they were discriminated against under Title VII.
Ohio officials deny Ames's claims and say she was demoted as part of a broader reconstructing of the department.
Oh, okay. No, she wasn't demoted and passed up for the promotion because she was straight. It's because they were making changes in the department. Oh yeah? Like DEI changes? Because that's exactly what that sounds like. Oh, the department was going through changes. Yeah, I remember when the DEI initiative started. Of course, they're just telling on themselves by even doing that. By just saying, oh no, we didn't do it. Well, who else was fired then? Who else got demoted? There had to be someone else. You were making changes in the department. I think they're going to end up losing this case. And it's going to be very interesting because they didn't mention a whole lot in this video. I covered like 3 of them. And one of the videos that I had covered, or I had gone through, I was screening them to put them on the schedule. One of them spent the entire video talking about how it's unusual for a majority to be able to have a case hearing in a situation of discrimination, because generally discrimination only happens to a minority. And they just kept preaching that over and over again. And I don't know, it makes me feel kind of weird because it shouldn't be biased like that. Discrimination shouldn't be based around what other people have done. If I shit on you because you have red hair or whatever the case may be, that's discrimination. It doesn't matter if there's more redheads than anybody else, which is not the case. But if it was, that shouldn't matter. That doesn't change how I'm treating that person. So I don't know. They're always trying to spin this nonsense. But I can't wait to hear the follow-up for that case to see if she actually gets to do the thing or not. It's up to SCOTUS. We'll see what happens next. Well, coming up, Alina Habba says Musk is not backing down on balancing budget. She's going to be out here talking about President Trump as well as Elon Musk and what they've been doing over the last week, defending their decisions and encouraging people to trust what's happening. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about SCOTUS hearing this discrimination case. Here, Juicer, I'm not the CEO because I'm straight. That's right here, Juicer. You better get him. You better get him. Go ahead and file that case. We all saint it. Guess a bill was introduced yesterday to ban gay marriage. I seen this long ago. I seen this coming long ago. Like in the federal government, guess we covered that Michigan is they're trying to do away with not gay marriage, same-sex marriage in Michigan. It's not expected to pass, but that was the only bill I heard about. Guess I'm ready. Bring on the Habba. Coming up next. Is Josh still with us? Josh, I just cracked open that graham cracker and it's fantastic. It's the first time I've ever had graham cracker. Thanks so much, Patriot Dad, for that $10 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much for the support. It says, spend it wisely, Jeff. Happy freedom, brother. I always do, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much. Screaming to fuck SCOTUS. Patriot Dad, Chipotle chicken nachos, homemade. It sounds fantastic. Reading through. Southern Eagleman, the world needs a few more rednecks. I don't know. It's funny because, like, around here, rednecks is what people call hillbillies. There ain't no hillbillies in Michigan. That's a Southern thing. So when you see country people who are kind of behaving like lowlifes, they get called rednecks. If they're not behaving like lowlifes, like they work hard and they earn everything they got, they're just country boys. And it seems like away from Michigan, rednecks are the country boys, and when you're dealing with country lowlifes, they're called hillbillies. And I remember when my mom moved to Alabama for a while, and she was always telling me about the hickerbillies. And I was like, I don't even know what that is. She's like, you don't want to know. And I was like, okay. And they actually had to leave Alabama because the schools were doing bad stuff. My sister's half black, and they were like hanging nooses from the trees and stuff like that as like a warning to her. It got to the point where she wasn't even allowed to go to school anymore. This was like 10 years ago. And they ended up leaving Alabama to come back here because it was so bad. Big guy, discrimination is simply choosing one thing over another for any reason. When you wear boots in deep snow, you discriminate against your sneakers. It's not an inherently bad term. No, it's not. I don't think anybody was trying to say that it was a bad term. They were trying to say that basically you could not be discriminated against if you were a majority. That's what I was discussing. It wasn't about the word discrimination, meaning it was a bad word. It was the fact that the reporters who were talking about the situation of discrimination was saying that if you're a majority, you basically don't have the right to discrimination. So when somebody goes out there and they say, fuck white people, you don't get to be offended because you're a majority, is basically what those reporters were saying. And that's why I was saying that that's wrong. That anybody discriminating against anybody should be an offense, regardless if you're a majority or not. Now, of course, it has intent. If you're just talking and people get offended and you weren't trying to offend them, you weren't saying anything that was purposely offensive, then maybe you shouldn't be, really held to the gun about it. But at the same time, if you are talking to somebody, you are cutting them down, you are doing it based off of reasons that they can't help, like their teeth or their hair or their skin color or whatever, then that does make you a bad person. So that's all I was discussing. Wobbly, most sundown towns are clearly marked. Be aware of your surroundings no matter where you are. See, we don't have stuff like that here in Michigan, so they walked in blind. They went in there blind, and yeah, they figured it out. Hold on a second. Oh, it looks like we're good now. I don't know why that happens. Sometimes the player goes down on the website. I pay $150 a month for that, just so you hooligans don't have to watch commercials. I don't know. I might have to find a better way, because that's too much money to be having problems. Guess Alabama and Mississippi are bad? Yeah, I've heard that before. Here, Juicer, we got country folk and trailer trash. Yeah, we got a lot of trailer trash, too. Anybody you have to explain what real racism is a fool. Ah, man, it used to be really bad in 2020. People would be spelling out bad words in the chat and they'd get banned and they'd be like, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do anything. Yeah, okay. You're stepping on my free speech. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I can say that word out loud, D-Cat. I've never heard that before. I don't know what that term is. I have to Google that. I can't say that out loud because I don't know what that is. That sounds like a slur. And YouTube and Twitch is watching. So if we say anything that even kind of sounds like a bad word, I am getting a strike. What's up, guess who? Happy freedom to you. Guess who? Can we still shit on flat earth people? You do whatever you want to. What's up, network? Happy freedom? Nah, I don't know what that is. Don't push it, hair juicer. All right, hooligans, we're going to go ahead and move forward. Like I said, we got Alina Habba coming up. They're going to be talking about a plethora of topics, all of them pretty much evolving around Elon Musk as well as President Trump. It's titled, Musk is Not Backing Down on Balancing Budget. Now, they're going to be discussing things that have happened over the last week or so. And like I said, Alina Habba, she's going to be defending them and encouraging people to go ahead and trust Trump's agenda. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
So now's the time to double down on MAGA. Build out the majority. Do not give the left an inch. And that's the angle. Joining me now, Alina Habba, counselor to President Trump. Alina, a little murmuring in MAGA land about, the comments about China today. Did MAGA vote for China to be able to buy up more American real estate or American companies, they ask?
Is that really a question? Really? That's what we're doing now? The spin? That's the spin? Yeah, no. What the president said was very simple. It's the same policy we've had across the board. When you look at reciprocal tariffs, when you look at the strong arm that President Trump has had with China, with Canada, with Mexico, we want America to be safe. We care about American people first. It's like what you just said in your monologue. I couldn't have said it better. America first.
Alina, but you can't buy... reciprocity would mean Americans can go off and buy lots of Chinese real estate,
no.
Near military bases, which I know President Trump is not in favor of.
No.
But the concern obviously is like we want to do. The deals are great, and so much of them are phenomenal. But you see where Democrats are starting to like worm their way into the populist agenda and say, whoa, how is that for the American worker to bring in thousands of more foreign workers? That is what some on the MAGA side are, kind of whispering about, but nevertheless, it's out there.
Yeah, let me clarify that then, if there's any confusion. What the president was referring to was us continuing to have business relations. We do import, export. Of course we do. That is what we're talking about. Yes, we are going to be a strong nation. Yes, we are going to have peace through strength. Yes, we are going to have a stronger economy, and we are going to cut the fat through DOGE, through the president's initiatives, and what we have voted, the American people have voted for on November 5th. But that means that, yes, we're going to be tough, but we still want to make money. We still want to be producing. We still want to work with other countries. China's just another example. It's a lot like, Laura, when the president says something like, Putin is bright, or Putin, that doesn't mean he's praising him. That means that he is acknowledging the situation, what is good for America, what is America first. If you say we're not going to have Amazon, we're not going to have anything imported or exported with China, that's not realistic. That's not what he's saying. We want to do business, but it's got to be done the right way. And that is what the president was referring to. But of course, the spin is real, as you know.
Now, Alina, when I saw that cabinet meeting, I saw Trump taking questions, Elon made his point. Again, they were trying to drive a wedge between Elon Musk and President Trump. I don't know why they're still doing that. It's obviously not working at all. And I think Musk made the point perfectly. We want people who actually are alive getting paid, and people who actually have a role or a job, to stay on board. If it's an essential role, stay on board. If it's not, move on down the road. It's pretty common sense.
How about just work? Like, never mind essential role. That's easy. Are you working? Are you working? Are you double dipping? Are you working for another company? And if you cannot say that you are working, you do not have a job pretty much anywhere. And I hope that any boss runs their company the way President Trump is running this country. And what was crazy, I was in the cabinet meeting sitting right next to Elon. And I literally looked at him and laughed at one point because he was saying, we're going to evaluate. And President Trump said, now, wait a minute, Elon. Wait 1 second. Let's be very clear. There is an outer bubble, and he is not backing down. President Trump told Elon Musk in a public, again, transparency tweet, Elon, go harder. Elon, do more. Elon is assistant to the president, a special government employee who has been tasked with saving government spending where we don't need it so that we can have a budget and have a balanced budget, something we haven't had for a long time.
Now, Alina, do you think they'll get to that 230,000 employee number to cut? Will they go higher? What's your sense as things stand now?
Higher. Higher. I think that we're not.
How high?
I think there's. I don't know, but I can tell you that the what we've recovered and what we've seen is so clear. We're already ahead of schedule. Elon spoke to that. Right now, if we continue at this route, we hope to have a balanced budget. We hope to fix the deficit. Serious problems that have existed in this country that have not been addressed, and you have to do it quickly and swiftly. And President Trump expects us to work really hard to make sure it gets done in this administration, not in 6 years, not in 10 years.
Alina, it's always great to see you. We saw you sitting in that cabinet room. Thank you so much, as always.
Thank you.
All right, Alina Habba letting us know how it really is with President Trump as well as Elon Musk. Like I said, talking about a plethora of topics and then also defending both of them while saying just trust the Trump agenda. Everybody else is just blowing hot air, talking about how the reporters are out here spinning stories and stuff. There was a lot of questions when President Trump was saying that he was going to be given, what was it, like, I can't even remember what the number is now. Is it $5 million for a gold card? I can't remember. We talk about so many numbers. But there was a lot of people suspicious of that, saying, well, then they're just purchasing citizenship. Everybody had questions about it, but Alina Habba says not to worry. They're going to be bringing big business here, and they're going to need asses for the seats. They're going to need people to work, and they'll be spending money here, which is good for our economy. Next up, pretty sick, AG Pam Bondi teases the release of Epstein files. So this video is to summarize what we're supposed to be seeing today, and then I have it's actually like 28 minutes or something like that, but we're only going to watch like 7 minutes of this woman named Lindsay, who was given a Epstein file binder. She went live. She was live for a while. She was discussing what it was like to receive the binder, what the conversation was like when she got it, what people were talking about. Then there's also a transcript in the binder, a conversation between Pam Bondi as well as Kash Patel. Then she's going to flip through the pages of the binder showing the Epstein files and everything it entails. All of that is coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about Alina Habba. Got a $1,000 hair bill there. Get some, Jay. My goodness. You know what? Now that I think about it, I wish I would have grabbed this video. Let me leave a reminder. I swear to God that I heard that they were considering making a President Trump bill that was going to be a $250 bill. And they're writing up the paperwork right now to try and make that happen. Now, I don't know what it's going to have to go through. But I thought that was a really pretty, interesting idea. Either way, somehow I forgot to put that on the schedule and I didn't see it anywhere. So I'll make sure to go find that video for tomorrow to talk about that $250 bill that's going to have President Trump's face on it if they get it all passed. Ha, Russell. Yeah, Russell, I did hear about the $250 bill. We're on the same page, Russell. Russell, I love the long neck of knowledge. Yes. Guess some. Oh my God, her neck. Yeah, she was naked from the collarbones up. Bill Clay, I don't know. It was hard to look at Alina with Laura Ingraham next to her. Why do you say that? What's up, Silver Wolf? Happy freedom to you. Shroomish, the gold card is just going to allow rich foreigners to come in and buy property. Housing is going to get worse. Mark my words. We'll see how it goes, Shroomish. Yeah, because they're saying that this is a business thing, but they could just show up and buy a bunch of property, and then we're stuck with more people outside of the country owning property, and then we can't buy the property because it belongs to someone who's not even here. Cody, she wants me. I know, Cody. Screaming Eagle, she's sending me a private message. Well, last I checked, she was over on the YouTube chat. What's up, neighbor guy? Happy freedom to you. That's quite graphic, Snooks. I can't even read that out loud. Oh my goodness, guess if reincarnation exists, I want to come back as Alina Habba's thong. Good Lord, guess we're praying for you. Holy. Mike T, Federal Reserve note or gold back? Federal Reserve note. Lisa, it's coming up. Viking Cat, people that shit on flat earthers should be able to prove and argue that the earth is round using math and items here on earth, no radios, planes, rockets, etc. Yeah, I don't know. I don't argue about it. It's not like I could say I've left the planet and turned around and looked at it, so I don't get into that. What's up, JP? Happy freedom to you. Big guy. Now, is it all people that visited the island or just ones that were on his private jet? Many visitors were there for reasons not involving illegal sex trade. Sounds silly, but it's true. Yeah, big guy. Like I said, we're going to go through it here in just a second. I wouldn't get my hopes too high, though. Snooks, I don't think I have read worse. Maybe on Saturdays. Cody, there's nothing thong with that. Yes. Alright, hooligans, we're going to go ahead and get into this Epstein files stuff. Like I said, this first video is going to be clips of Pam Bondi and talk of what we're expecting today. Then we're going to actually show the Epstein files. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick that you should go check out these cool custom hooligan items over on the Only Hooligan shop. Now, this shop was created by Alistair, as well as everything in it. There is no third. Right now, we got Christmas ornaments and prints that you can get, kind of like little posters. But we got new items on the way. Like I said, once he's done with his current endeavors, I'm going to be asking him about those chip clips and things like that. I think eventually we're going to be selling merch from there as well, because then we can get it for a better deal and all of that. And then, of course, those prices will reflect in the store. But either way, go check out the Only Hooligan shop for cool custom hooligan items. Like I said, we're getting into this. This first video is pretty sick. AG Pam Bondi teases the release of Epstein files. Alright. So this video is not going to be very long, but it's kind of to tell us what we're supposed to be expecting to be released today. And this next video is the details of what actually was released today. A little compare and contrast here. Either way, hit that like button if you got a like button, and let's get into this.
So the Department of Justice is expected to release some of the Jeffrey Epstein files today. This comes after a Republican push for transparency. Griff Jenkins joins us live from Washington with the details. So who's on the list, Griff?
Boy, Lawrence, that is the question. Good morning. And there's no timeline, Lawrence, for when this bombshell may drop today. But if Pam Bondi's teaser to Jesse last night is any indication, we could get some shocking revelations.
200 victims. 200. So we have, well over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. What you're going to see hopefully tomorrow is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information, but it's pretty sick what that man did.
Recall this all started after President Trump first told our own Rachel Campos Duffy that he was open to releasing some information.
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you,
I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would.
Then last month, President Trump signing an executive order calling on agencies to release secret documents. Well, now Congresswoman Paulina Luna says she just heard from the DOJ in posting the letter sent from them to X, which reads in part, "The integrity of criminal investigations and prosecutions is essential to every component of the department's mission to uphold the rule of law, keep our nation safe, and protect civil rights." What's unclear at this point is how this might affect Epstein's co-defendant, Ghislaine Maxwell, who's currently serving 20 years for her role in covering for Epstein. Steve?
We're standing by for it. All right, Griff, thank you very much.
Okay, so that is kind of describing what we were to expect today. We're just going to go ahead and get right into this. Now, this is going to be longer than usual, and that's what I told her. But either way, normally we don't cover videos that are this damn long, but with it being the Epstein files, we're going to go ahead and make an exception. Now, like I said, this is a 27-minute video. We are not going to watch all 27 minutes of this, especially because she's doing a lot of yapping. I mean, she's just talking about her surroundings and her thoughts and whatever, and we're here for the Epstein files. So we'll play this in full screen. That way you can see the documents and all of that. This is just titled The Epstein Files Binder. This is by Lindsay Wheeler. She was given the binder at the White House. And like I said, we're going to play about 7 or 8 minutes of this. She's at an airport. She's very distracted the entire time. So we're just kind of covering the meat of all of this and cutting all the fat out. So once again, this is the Epstein file release. She's claiming, and there's tons of people that got these binders, but she personally is going to be uploading all of these documents so everyone can see it. But this is kind of a summary of what to expect. You're going to see quite a few pages of the Epstein documents. You're going to hear her talk about what it was like to be in the room with the elected officials, right? Everybody who was there getting binders and stuff, what the talk was like, what the vibes were like. And then she's going to read off this transcript between Pam Bondi and Kash Patel, kind of stating that they're kind of going into this blind. Pam Bondi and Kash Patel, they only know what they're being told. They're providing what they were given. There was a whistleblower last night that says that they were not provided all of the information as they were promised, that there is still other documents and video and stuff out there, and she's going to tell you all this stuff. So this is about to be a ton of information. Like I said, it's about 7 or 8 minutes that we're going to watch this. This is the release of the Epstein documents. And yeah, it's good stuff. So either way, hit that like button if you got a like button over on YouTube as well as Rumble, and let's get into this.
The story here is quite remarkable. The story here is this letter from Attorney General Pam Bondi, and I want to read a little bit of it to you. It says, "Dear Director Patel, before you came into office, I requested the full and complete files related to Jeffrey Epstein. In response to this request, I received approximately 200 pages of documents, which consisted primarily of flight logs, Epstein's list of contacts, and lists of victims' names and their phone numbers. I repeatedly questioned whether this was the full set of documents responsive to my request, and was repeatedly assured by the FBI that we had received the full set of documents. Late yesterday, I learned from a source..." Is it too bad, Tim? Or is it okay? Oh, okay. Late yesterday, Attorney General Bondi writes, "I learned from a source that the FBI field office in New York was in possession of thousands of pages of documents related to the investigation and indictment of Epstein. Despite my repeated requests, the FBI never disclosed the existence of these files. When you and I," she's talking to Director Patel, "spoke yesterday, you were just as surprised as I was to learn this new information. By 8 a.m. tomorrow, February 28th, the FBI will deliver the full and complete Epstein files to my office, including all records, documents, audio and video recordings, and materials related to Jeffrey Epstein and his clients, regardless of how much information was obtained. There will be no withholdings or limitations to my or your access. The Department of Justice will ensure that any public disclosure of these files will be done in a manner to protect the privacy of victims and in accordance with law, as I have done my entire career as a prosecutor. I'm also directing you to conduct an immediate investigation into why my order to the FBI was not followed. You will deliver to me a comprehensive report of your findings and proposed personnel action within 14 days. I appreciate your immediate attention to this important matter. I know that we are both committed to transparency for the American people, and I look forward to continuing to work with you to serve our president and our country. Sincerely, it's signed Pamela Bondi, Attorney General. This is the story. This is the story right here. That the Attorney General and the Director of the FBI, when they were given what they had ordered the full Epstein files to be delivered to them. When they were given what they ordered, they smelled a rat. They knew that it was not the full and complete files, and yet they were committed to transparency, giving you these files, which is why they compiled this binder. And the real story is that there are deep state agents in the FBI, especially in the Southern District of New York, who are, as we speak, working to subvert the Trump administration, working to subvert you, trying to cover up what Jeffrey Epstein did and who he was associated with, which is beyond despicable. So don't allow the legacy media, who right now are chagrined because they were not given an exclusive, don't let the legacy media convince you that there's not a story here. The story here is incredibly important, that not only is the Trump administration trying to give you transparency, but that the deep state agents are trying to hide it. Okay, so the only stunt here was what the SDNY pulled. So let's look in these files. I'm gonna actually turn the camera so you can look in it yourself. I'm gonna show you what's in here. Okay, so this is the Epstein files, phase 1. There's a couple of A, B, C, D. A, I believe, is just the executive summary. Or no, these are the flight logs. B is stuff that's already been released. Again, when you're looking at this and thinking, well, why do we care about things that have already been released? This is the stunt the SDNY was trying to pull on you. They were trying to convince you that you cared about this, that this was it, that there was no evidence that would convince you that Jeffrey Epstein was guilty. But if you go to tab C here, this is a Rolodex. It's not the client book, and I want to be very clear here. This is not the black book. This is not those who Jeffrey Epstein served. This is just his Rolodex. It's just like going to your contacts tab and seeing whose phone number you have in your phone. So this is what Jeffrey Epstein had in his phone. And you'll recognize some names as we go through this list. Again, you'll be able to access all of this online. They were scanning these documents in, digitizing them, and they're going to be posting them. The White House is online, so you'll all be able to look at it. There's no drip of information happening here. This was just the new media. You are the media. That's what Elon Musk says. Well, you are the media, not the mainstream media. So giving the information to the media, to the new media. Alec Baldwin's name, you can see right here. Again, this is not, I don't want to portray this as a client list. This is a Rolodex. This is just his contacts list. But you can see who's on this list. There were a couple of other ones when I was looking through this earlier that I saw that were interesting here. There's even a couple of them that are circled. The redacted portions are just the street addresses and the phone numbers of the people. So Jean-Jacques Brunel, yeah, there's Mick Jagger is in here. Senator Edward Kennedy is in here. Jean-Jacques Brunel, this guy was someone who worked with Epstein, and he was found dead in a foreign prison. He was like a French model scout. He was found dead in a foreign prison. Naomi Campbell's name is right here. Courtney Love's name you'll find in here a little bit. Tons of Maxwell's. Rupert Murdoch's name is in here. Ethel Kennedy's name is in here. Ivana Trump's name is in here. Michael Jackson's name is in here. Now, many of these, as you know, are already publicly known. This is not the breaking news that you would expect. And again, it's totally fine to feel frustrated by that. But right, it's fine to feel frustrated. You should feel frustrated. But the target of your frustration should be the SDNY, who tried to gaslight you into thinking that this was it. This was the extent of the evidence against Epstein. That's not the case. So let me turn this. So there's also flight logs in here. And I do think that there is one interesting thing in the flight log. Again, it's not a juicy bombshell, but the name of the pilot that flew the plane on all of these flights, it was the same guy, the same pilot. So he saw everything. He might be an interesting place for this investigation to start. I know he has been. Okay, so this is the redacted stuff. I was told by the Attorney General that the redacted information is...
Okay, I just want to say really quick that they use tax dollars to print that big fucking black blob right there on the paper. And they did that for every binder that walked out of the White House. I just want to mention that. Shit's not cheap and we paid for it.
The names and addresses of the victims who, of course, were sexually abused. You can see this. And this just goes back to the Rolodex. So that's it. So when you I mean, there's a couple people I want to address online here. Let me turn the phone back around. And if there's anything else anybody wants to see, first of all, it'll be up online. And if it's not already, it'll be up online momentarily. But I can show you if you want. But a couple of the people who are claiming that this was some kind of stunt, it was a stunt. It was a stunt by the SDNY to try to pull the wool over your eyes and make you think that this was all it was. This was a good faith effort by the Trump administration to release the Epstein files, which they promised to declassify, and they did. This is what Attorney General Bondi and Kash Patel were told was the extent of the Epstein files, until a source, a whistleblower from the SDNY, came to them and said, actually, no, they're hiding more information. And of course, the question is why? Why are they hiding more information? Well, part of it is to protect politicians or powerful figures who are going to be implicated in what is yet to come. And by the way, the rest of those files, we're talking lists of evidentiary items. We're talking about recordings, audio and video. We're talking about actual names. I was told on good authority that actual names are in those documents. And as soon as those documents get to Pam Bondi's desk, they will be in your hands. The actual stunt was the SDNY thinking that they could get away with this. And the reason is not just to cover for their powerful politician friends. The reason is because the FBI and other intelligence agencies in our country have also run honeypot operations the way that Jeffrey Epstein did. And they don't want that to be exposed. They don't want to stop doing that. They don't want their corruption. They don't want any accountability for their corruption.
All right, so that's the Epstein files being released. I know it's not what you thought, is it? It's not. And it's all over the internet. This stuff is all over the internet. It's all redacted pages and stuff. And like I said, she goes on to say that she's going to be uploading those documents all over the internet. You can go read them and all of that. But it's a huge letdown. It's not everything, but it's everything in phase 1. And that's what it says on the front of those binders, phase 1. Release of the Epstein files. What really kills me is at the bottom of the binder, it says Trump administration, the most transparent administration in U.S. history. And the binder is full of pages that are redacted. That doesn't, just because, like, if I told you guys that Klaus was a horse, he'd still be a cat, right? There's no amount of labels that change what he is. So to say, well, this is the most transparent administration, and then give you a book of redacted documents looks bad. That just looks bad. Now, it's not Trump's fault. It's somebody else's fault. But it sucks constantly being led on over and over and over and over again that we're going to see accountability, that we're going to see people be arrested and be... the punishment's going to fit the crime and things, and it never happens. It never happens. It never ever happens. And it sucks because, like, we watched a video before that where Pam Bondi's like, yeah, it's disgusting. Wait till you see these files. Oh yeah, I'm disgusted by how much printer ink you used using tax dollars. That's why I'm like, why print that out? What was the point of that? Like, here's a binder of redacted documents. Okay, and they're like, just wait till phase 2. Shit, we've been waiting years for this. How long is phase 2 going to take to come out? So, yeah, that's why I didn't want to talk about it for the whole live, because it's a whole big disappointment. That's all it is. And this stuff sucks. It sucks. They could have saved us some printer ink. They could have saved us some tax dollars. Print out documents that actually matter. Like, why do this? What was the point of that? Hey, guys... the Epstein files is coming out tomorrow. Hope you guys are excited for it. Yeah, okay, give them. Let's do the thing. Okay, here you go. Oh, just big bars of black ink. Oh, thanks. Yeah, you got what you wanted. Promises made, promises kept. No, that's not how this fucking works. You guys need to release actual documents. You need to actually do the thing. And now I'm sure that they're going to try to actually do that. Like I said, the binders say it's just phase 1. I assume there's going to be phase 2. And maybe there'll actually be some information worthwhile. but it's starting to feel like Q around here. To be like, oh yeah, wait on this day, at this time, and something great's going to happen. And we wait, and now it's time. What's the great thing that happened? Oh, pages of black ink. Oh, that's great. So glad that we all got excited for that. And I'm sure everyone feels duped. I know I feel duped, and I wasn't even that damn excited about it. And I'm the one covering the shit, so I don't know. I'm just tired of everything being the same old, same old. That's what it feels like. Same old, same old. And I hate that. Because that means that we ain't going to have no real accountability. That means the pedophiles that are running the country, they're going to continue to be pedophiles running the country, being above the law and everything else. I don't want that. I want to see people getting arrested. It's bad enough with the border crossers. We got Tom Homan saying for months, oh yeah, you aided and abetted illegals, we're going to hold you accountable. When is that going to start? What day is that start on? Let me mark it on the calendar. We'll cover it live. Like, I'm tired of the bullshit. Tired of being led on. We went through 4 years of getting hate fucked by the government, and now we're doing this. We're playing games. Like, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Now again, I'm not blaming President Trump, so I don't need you guys damning me in the comments and shit. But I'm just saying, they got us all excited about that. That was nothing. That was nothing. They might as well just not did that. But either way, the thing I worry about the most is they keep playing these stupid games with us, and maybe one day they will release documents that actually are damning, and no one's going to care because they're crying wolf. That's how this goes. Oh, big excitement. What is it? Oh, it's a nothing burger. Oh, well, fuck. You do that 3 or 4 times, you come out with real evidence at the end of the day, no one's even going to pay attention. That's like Twitter files. They dripped that, and it got to the point where nobody cared about it. To the point where when the YouTube files came out and it was dropped by Jim Jordan, no one talked about it. I talked about it, and I got fucking banned for 2 weeks on YouTube because I talked about it. No one else talked about it, though. Most people don't even know that there was YouTube files because there's too much publicity about the stupid release of secrets. It's like, ooh, I got a secret. I'm going to tell you guys. Okay, well, when you get to tell us, that's a secret too. And there's too much fucking around. Like, give us the information. Show us that you mean what you say. Don't screw around and create publicity like we're going to watch a fucking Jake Paul fight. Like, this is so stupid. So anyways, that's my little rant there about the Epstein files. And that's the last little bit of the news that we have for the day. So we're going to be getting into the fun stuff now. We're going to open today's door from the Advent calendar that was sent to us by Josh1776. And we're going to cover our 2 funny videos of the day coming up. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about these incredible Epstein files that were finally released. Snooks, I agree it's a letdown, but in my opinion, there'll be much more coming out. Yeah, but that's exactly what I'm saying. They go out with phase 2 and it's more redacted shit, and phase 3 is redacted shit. Phase 4 has real evidence. Nobody's reading phase 4. It just won't. That's just the way people are. Hill, too many people frustrated with being yanked around so badly. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. Guess on black marks or the redactions could be address information. I mean, it could, but what's the point of printing a page where it's just got a big black square on it and there's no information on the page? Like, what did they do that for? Was that necessary? Did that have to happen? You know, like, I don't know. It's not transparency if the shit's redacted. Guess I'm waiting for the videos to be released. See, and I don't even know how they're going to do that, because if you watch videos of inappropriate content, you're committing a federal crime. So, I mean, unless they're going to redact the video, and then what are you looking at? Black squares all over the screen moving around? I don't know. I assume at some point they'll tell us something, but I think today was a disappointment. I think they've raised too much publicity about releasing documents that have black blocks on them. Hair juicer, I totally agree. I'm getting that feeling like when you realize that mom forgot to pick you up from school. Yeah, exactly, hair juicer. Snooks, it's only been a month with Trump in the White House. Yeah, but that doesn't... How long does it take to release documents? I don't know. I'm not making excuses for this shit. I'm tired of shit being fucked up. Oh, thank you for letting me know, Wad. What's up, Enter User? Happy freedom to you. What's up, High Plains Drifter? Happy freedom. It's not called the Deep State for nothing. Yeah, it's true. Non-vote, give the files to Tucker. Yeah, Tucker will raise some awareness to it. Screaming Eagle, let's just go back to our heads in the sand. It's better for us. Well, I don't know about that, but I don't know. It just sucks that they're making promises that ain't fucking happening. Again, it's not Trump's fault. And, you know, I said this before this even happened. They played it in the interview. And people got mad at me for showing that interview with Fox Business and President Trump. And they were like, are you going to release the 911 files? He was like, yeah. They were like, you going to release the RFK files? He's like, yeah. And I did. I released some of them. And they're like, great. What about the Epstein files? He was like, yeah. Well, you know, I don't know about that. That, you know, that's going to hurt people's reputations and stuff, you know. But anyways, we should talk about the J6ers, and redirected the whole conversation to the J6ers and didn't want to talk about the Epstein stuff. Now, I believe what other people are saying. If President Trump was on the Epstein list, the Democrats would have been the one to release it. They would have released that shit under Biden and used that information to put President Trump in a position where he would have never been able to run for president. So I don't think that President Trump's on the list, but it didn't seem like he wanted to release it. And now they released it and the entire thing's redacted. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if his buddies are on the lease or on the list or what's going on. But it just sucks to like feel like change is going to happen, and nope, it don't. And so maybe it will later on. I don't know. I'm not really blaming Trump for this. It's everybody else that's connected to the bullshit. You know, like when I'm bitching about the lives and stuff, we don't never get to know what's going on live at the White House because they don't put a schedule out, and two, when they do release a live, it's a pre-recording. And I hate it because when Biden would go live, we'd sit here and go, this is a recording. There's no way he's awake at 8 o'clock at night. This is a recording. Why can't the White House go live? Trump goes live. It says it's a pre-recording in the corner. And I'm like, yo, this is fucked up. And everyone's like, don't talk about Trump like that. What do you mean? It's fucked up when Biden does it, but it ain't fucked up when Trump does it? What? That doesn't make any sense. Now, again, I'm not blaming Trump. It's not like he's holding the camera. He's not pressing the go live button. It's their staff. It's the people who are in charge of these positions who are not doing right by us. They're not. We shouldn't be looking at pre-recorded videos from the White House. This shit should be live. That's where real transparency comes from. Because when we watch the recordings and they have those glitches, just like when we were watching the Epstein video there, and there half the time she was talking but her face wasn't moving, people see that from the White House and they go, is this edited? Has this been altered? Well, you wouldn't think that if you were watching it live. That's part of the authenticity of watching it live. So why is the files not redacted? Or why are they redacted is what I'm trying to say. Why can't we watch lives from the White House? Why is this shit running like this? It's not like they don't have the resources. They've been fucking up our tax money for years. And now we got Doge, who's freeing up the bucks. Take a couple of those doll hairs and get you a reliable staff to do the media for the White House. Go and figure out who put out this redacted bullshit and fire them. And have somebody put the shit out that we want. This is what we voted for. Go out and put that shit out. Don't sit here and trick us and make it sound like you're going to do a big deal just to let us know that you wasted printer ink. That's bullshit. So, well, if I say we riot, no, they want that. They want us to riot. I don't think it's worth rioting over. I think we got bigger fish to fry. I'm just tired of being disappointed. Here, Juicer, I have a paperback of the Biden laptop crimes. It's like 1,000 pages thick. Yeah, are we ever going to hear about that? Picture Dad, if Trump was dirty, they would have used it. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think Trump's dirty. I just don't like the way things are going. Again, I'm not blaming Trump for it. It's not like Trump does all this stuff by himself. He appoints people and hires people, and those people hire people and appoint people, and the chain goes on. It's not Trump's fault. It's just people who are at the White House aren't doing good enough by us. What's up, Smelly? Happy freedom to you. Smelly. There are so many people who are Trump voters that will never talk bad about Trump, which is not the right... Holy shit, the chat just did something weird. Did you just... No, you're still here with us. Which is not the right way of doing it. Yeah, Smelly. Well, and that's like I'm saying. You know, we sit here and we bitch about something that Biden's doing, and we watch the Trump administration do the same thing. And I say, hey, that's, you know, that ain't right. And then everybody shits on me. And it's like, what do you mean? I don't know. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And that's how I roll the dice. Like, I don't sit here and play favorites and shit. I voted for Trump. I like Trump. But if he's doing something bad, I'm going to say he's doing something bad. Now, I'm not saying he did anything bad because he hasn't. He didn't redact the damn documents. You know what I mean? Like I said, he's not holding the camera when he goes live. He's the guy they're supposed to be showing live. I'm not blaming him. But the thing is, people need to stop being so damn sensitive. If it's bad for us, it's bad for us. It doesn't matter if you like the guy playing the character or not. What's good is good and what's bad is bad. And that's all I'm talking about. People get mad, though. What's up, Cornish? Happy Freedom? It's not Trump's fault, but it's his problem. The buck stops with him. That's right, Cornish. Sassy, so Trump is just controlled as Biden was? I don't think President Trump's controlled. I think that he's got a lot of things to worry about, and he can't really see all the details like we can on the receiving end. But I do think that there's people in the White House that need to be terminated and need to be replaced with somebody that's better. Now, he may not even be aware that these problems are problems. Like I said, he's running the whole damn country. He's talking to foreign leaders. I'm sure he's not really concerned with how live streams are being ran or how publicity looks when Pam Bondi goes on Fox News and gives these crazy statements about how we're going to be sick to our stomach when we get the Epstein files tomorrow, just to find out that it looks like 911 towers. It's just big blocks, big black blocks on the page. What's there to be sick about? How much they wasted our tax dollars on printer ink. That's it. And that's what I mean. Like, that shouldn't have been handled like that. They shouldn't have raised publicity like that. They should have told us, hey, you know, the Epstein files are coming out. This first wave of stuff is going to be more details than anything else, but the real juicy stuff will come out later. But that's not how they did it. They wanted to raise a bunch of hype just to drop a nothing binder on us. What's up, Sky Johnson? Happy Freedom. Corners, there's nothing wrong with constructive criticism. Yeah, I agree. And again, I'm not even saying anything about Trump, but there is people who get mad and they get butthurt and whatever. I had somebody the other day leave a shitty ass comment under my video about how I hate J6ers and I'm drinking the CNN Kool-Aid. And I think that's fucking crazy after I covered 17 hours of J6 live. Like, it's crazy, but people get their little feelings hurt. They don't hear what I'm saying. They hear me, but they ain't listening. And that's the problem. They hear me talking, but they ain't listening to what I'm saying. They're just deciding to be offended, and then they act like liberals and call me names and run away. And that's dumb. That's dumb. Cassie J, I hope he was just business friends with Epstein, but I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up coming out on the list. Who, President Trump? I don't think President Trump's on the list because I really think that they would have used it against him. They tried everything. They tried everything to stop him from being president. And now his mugshot is actually right off of the Oval Office, which is hilarious. They hung it on the wall, which is good stuff. I don't think he's on the list, but what I do think is I think that there is people he's connected to that absolutely are on the list. And I don't know if he's protecting them or other people are protecting them or what exactly is going on, but I really didn't think that transparency equaled redacted information. And so I'm just disappointed at it, and that's all I'm saying. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and move forward here. We're getting on to the fun stuff. Just leave all the stress of the world behind because there's always more news. So we're going to get on to the fun stuff. Like I'm saying, we're going to open today's door from the Advent calendar that was sent to us by Josh1776. And then we're going to be covering our 2 funny videos of the day. Now, before I get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick. If you would like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use that Linktree link in the description in order to send donations. You can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. Like I said, we're going to get into today's door of the Advent calendar. We're going to flip that over. I need you guys writing these addresses down. I got more addresses on the screen than the whole damn binder from the Epstein files. Anyways, like I said, we're going to open today's door from the Advent calendar. It was sent to us by Josh 1776. Today is door 15 out of 24. And let's see what we get here. What are you? Holy. It's another one of those badass trick-or-treater kids. He looks crazy, though. He looks real crazy. It's good stuff, though. Thank you, Josh 1776. I love these little characters. We're going to get on to our funny videos of the day. This first one is titled, "This is Why I Can't Be a Field Reporter." Let's get this pulled up. Yes. Once again, this is titled, "This is Why I Can't Be a Field Reporter."
What's it look like out there?
Yeah, it looks like snow, just like I predicted in my forecast from the studio. I'm not sure why I'm out here literally looking around. It looks like snow. You could just take a video of it snowing and show that. Why do I have to be here to describe snowfall? It's pretty self-explanatory.
Seems like the cold has gotten you in an icy mood yourself, Ryan.
Okay, you know what, Shannon? I am in an icy mood, okay? Nice pun, by the way. All right, I was just standing out here for 20 minutes waiting for you guys to throw to me, and I was just, doing some thinking. I spent $120,000 on a degree and 4 years in college to come out here and look around and describe what I see. I literally learned that in kindergarten. I Spy. It makes zero sense. Also, you know what else I was thinking while we're at it? When it's like a nice day or sunny, you never send me out to the lake or to the pool for a live shot, but when there's a hurricane or snowing or a blizzard or a flood, send me out there. I'll cover it perfect.
I guess you have a point there, Ryan. We're looking at these reports and the forecast doesn't look...
Could you imagine the shit I'd be saying? Going off. That is why I cannot be a field reporter. We're getting into our official funny video of the day. Let me get it pulled it up. I'm having a day today, I'm telling you. Let me get this pulled up really quick. Oh, I remember this. The Michiganders are going to really feel this. This is titled, "This Isn't Really What We Do in Michigan, They Lying."
Dog, while I'm at Somerset and they got flying giraffes in this motherfucker. Y'all see this shit?
No, that's not a giraffe. That's a caramel.
They got flying caramels.
Like I said, nuh-uh. We ain't got no flying caramels here in Michigan. That is fake news. All right, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm gonna grab this Linktree link really quick and drop it in all the chats. We're going to read through, and we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. Damn, flying caramels. I'm going to send that to my buddy, Carmelo. We used to work in the factory together, and they used to call him Carmel because all the ladies on the line thought he was hot. Like, "Hey, Carmel, can you go get me a bottle of water?" He's like, "You know my name?" They're like, "Yeah, but I like to call you Carmel." I'm like, they're being racist to you because he's half Mexican. Yes, that's why we're boys. Anyways, there's the Linktree link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, I would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, so we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7. And we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything that goes on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You'll also have access to Hooligans Alley. You'll have access to the forums. You'll have access to the arcade. And you will also have access to our advanced messaging system with built-in group chats that gives you the ability to text each other, call each other, video call each other, group texting, group calling, group video calling, and more. jeffmaclive.com is the place to be and the home of the hooligans. So definitely go get yourself a membership. Like I said, we're going to read through and we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. Russell, camel toes? Yeah, there's camel toes in Michigan. But I ain't never seen no flying caramels, though. You know, that's something else. Guess look at the toes on that sucker. Yes. I ain't never heard anybody having a caramel foot fetish. That's different. That is something else. Russell, it's full and cold out here. That's probably a swear word, isn't it? How cold is it, Russell? It's like 35 outside. It feels like Florida. It feels like Florida to Michiganders. Guess who's unemployed now? I think he was killing it. He was doing great. They asked him what it looked like. I said he said there was snow. Hey, mission complete. Guess stop being a little bitch, Ryan. I know, I'm saying. Russell, well, damn, he's honest. That's what we need, more reporters like that. You know, I'm just saying. Oh my God, Hair Juicer, I'm so stoked for the present I found for Jeff. I'm screaming laughing. I look forward to it, Hair Juicer. Thank you for letting me know, Snooks. Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. Picture that. I don't get the foot thing. Weird. Yeah. Hey, thank you for being here. Too old to care. Thank you, MU. Hey, thank you for being here. Appeal to heaven. Where do you think they got the flying camel at? You think that was AI, or is there really some place here in Michigan where they just got camels flying? Could you imagine it just drop and dump some people? What would they call it? What would that be called? It ain't glitter farts. You guys already used that. Sage Pup, oh my God, somebody needs a hug. He had enough. That was the last straw out there doing his reporting. DCAT, I hate to tell you this, but Trump is on the list, but he never went to the island. He only went to Florida. I'm just saying. Yeah, DCAT, I remember when the flight log came out and everybody was like, Trump's on the list. Trump's on the list. Yeah, he flew on the plane, which sucks, but yeah, he didn't go to the island. That's where the Democrats were. Yes. What's up, Astronom Michael? Happy freedom to you. Astro, I became a hooligan because of the J6 coverage. Yeah, Astro, we covered so many big events. So many things. We covered Kyle doing what he does. We covered the entire riot movement in 2020. 3 or 4 trials we've covered. Covered the convoy, we covered the convoy in Canada. We covered the convoy here in America. Everything. We covered everything. J6, we've covered 2 different inaugurations. We do it all. And in May, I believe it's May, it'll be 5 years we've been live streaming. Enter user Glenn Beck said President Trump should go to the FBI building in New York, fire them all, lock the building, and release what they have. That's a hell of an idea, Enter user. And with it being Glenn Beck, I'm sure President Trump will hear about that, and maybe he'll have a response. You know, because that's the thing, is we haven't heard President Trump talk about the Epstein files at all, and I feel that there's a lot of disappointed people out there. And again, it has nothing to do with President Trump. He's not the one that released the documents, but I wouldn't be surprised if he made statements about it, because there is so many people that are disappointed, and that would be interesting. So we'll see. Astro, yeah. Yes. Thank you for being here, Viola. Sherry, Trump went to New York City on the plane. I didn't hear about him going to New York. I heard that he went to Florida, but I haven't heard that he went to the island at all. It's always been that he was just on the plane. Tori, yeah, that's all I ever heard, is that he was on the plane. Yeah. What's up, Genetic? Happy freedom to you. And happy freedom to you, Tori. Genetic, does anyone think Gene Hackman was murdered by... What is that? Congolese immigrants? I don't know what that is. I don't know. I heard about that story and they were saying like the dog was fed medicine or I can't remember. I can't remember now. They think it was either a suicide or some sort of gas accident. Killed a dog, killed him, killed his wife, and then they found like 2 other dogs that were okay or something. I don't know. I don't usually cover stories of celebrities dying, and I don't know who Gene whoever is, so. And it didn't get brought up until the end of the live, and we're 2 hours into it, so yeah. Cornish, oh, he flew from New York to Florida. Thank you for clearing that up, Cornish. What's up, Nashada? Happy freedom to you. Anyone else getting service unavailable from Rumble? Are you on the app or are you using the website, Nashada? What's up, Booty Duty? Happy freedom to you, Nick. Warm his icy heart with a tropical island song. Laugh out loud. South Park reference. I'm trying to think what it is. I watch a lot of South Park. I'm trying to think. I watch a bunch of old episodes though. Sassy Patriot. I agree, but I think that he's protecting something. That way with the way that he responded when he was asked if he released the Epstein files. He acted like he didn't want to. Something is up, but I'll be quiet about it. Now, Sassy Patriot, I said the same thing. And people walk away because I'm honest instead of just being brainwashed and blindly following the orange leader. But I can't be any other way. I struggle with this when I'm not live. And anybody who knows me in real life knows this. I talk about it in the voice chat too. How I struggle with being... Like I seek your guys' approval and I don't get it because I'm too damn honest. Instead of just grifting and playing the character and all of that stuff. But I can't change how I am. I'm just the way that I am. And like I said, I believe in what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And when things seem suspicious, I'm going to say they look suspicious. You don't mean I regret voting for the Orange Eagle. I don't regret it. And like I said, I ain't even blaming him for this stuff. But I'm going to acknowledge when things aren't exactly how I want them to be. And I think everybody should be like that. You should always say what's on your mind. Because if you don't ask for what you want, you'll only get what somebody else thinks you deserve. And that's the way that life works. And so I don't think there's anything wrong with speaking about what you think or what you want in life. It's different demanding it. It's different forcing other people to do it. But you got this voice for a reason, you know, and we always talk about how the lefties eat each other for having different opinions. And so I always feel like you guys have grace because we're not a bunch of lefties over here. And that's why I speak openly. And it does suck when people walk away and they cancel their memberships and they go to other places and talk bad about me or talk bad about all of you. I hate that shit. But I can't be anything other than who I am because I'm not grifting. I'm not fake. This isn't a character. And I tell you guys all the time, I am what you see. Like, this is it. If you see me in person, I'm going to be the same guy. And so I struggle with not being able to grift. I'm not able to. And so I don't think there's anything wrong with mentioning if something isn't the way we want it or anything like that, you know? And so it's just going to keep rolling that way. What's up, Spark? Happy freedom to you. Spark, too many people online want to be a character that they aren't themselves. Yeah. Yep. It's true. It drives me nuts, too. No, I appreciate you, Hooligans. Thank you, Guessum. Thank you, Snooks. Appreciate you, Musky Boss. Here, Juicy, your dogs eat so good. I couldn't believe you're sitting there cooking bacon for the dogs. Matt Rogers, you're cooking dinner for the dogs. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I appreciate you, Matt Rogers. Thank you, Patriot Dad, for that $1 donation over on Rumble. I really appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much. It says, have a great night, Hooligans. Nachos incoming. Stay strong, shine bright, and be safe. Much love. You're awesome, Patriot Dad. Thank you. Thank you so much, High Plains Drifter, for gifting 2 subs over on Rumble. You're badass. Thank you so much for the support. You Hooligans better thank High Plains Drifter. Those subs are not free. Hey, I appreciate you, Genetic. Ratcliffe, Goose Wayne, Andrew Tate, TBH. I don't know who Goose Wayne is. I seen Andrew Tate was in Florida and Ron DeSantis was mad about it or something. And it's because Andrew Tate was accused of like human trafficking, but he was never convicted on it. And I don't know, for some reason there was like a travel ban or something, but the travel ban got lifted. Andrew Tate came to Florida. Ron DeSantis was mad about it, said he was not welcome in Florida, which I think is crazy to say that somebody who can legally go to the state is not welcome in that state. That sounds fucking crazy to me. But I think what he was actually trying to say is like, if you're doing human trafficking, then you keep your ass out of Florida. I think that's what he was actually saying, but that's not really how the message was portrayed in my opinion. Either way, it is that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, did the thing. We're going to read through one last time just to make sure no hooligans are left behind, but we are going to be wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. We'll be keeping our eyes out for Caroline Leavitt, doing a press briefing. We'll also try to keep an eye on President Trump's schedule so we can do our best to be able to capture him live. And either way, if you're new here, subscribe or follow or whatever the button is on the platform you're watching right now, because we go live every day except for Sunday. So like I'm saying, we will be live again tomorrow. We're going to read through really quick and we're wrapping her up. Got some stand tall, never fall, and I sure wish Alina would give me a call. That's right, got some. That's right. Everybody. Yes. Snugs, DeSantis will not let the Tate brothers stay. See, I think that's crazy. They were accused of doing stuff. They were never convicted. So it's just kind of weird that he's like, you guys can't be here. I don't know. I guess I need more context. It just seems weird. Oh, I appreciate you, Cassie J. Thank you so much, Hair Juicer, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Hair Juicer. Thank you so much. It says poop. Damn it, I hate saying the poop word. Thank you, Hair Juicer. Appreciate you. Enter user 6:30 in the morning. JD Vance addresses the nation at Catholic prayer breakfast. Thank you for letting me know, Enter user. Holy, JD Vance. He's been doing good too. I feel like he doesn't get as much spotlight as Elon, and that's why people always call Elon the VP and stuff. But it seems like JD Vance is with it. I haven't seen JD Vance do anything wrong. He's been just kicking ass and doing the thing. And I think he did really well when he went to Ohio. And he sure pissed off Germany when he was over there speaking to Zelensky, trying to work out peace deals and stuff. JD Vance has been killing it. High Plains Drifter, I appreciate you. I'm just being honest. Oh, I appreciate you, Decap. Happy freedom to you. That's right, Nana. Play ball. Thank you so much, Enter User, for gifting a sub over on Rumble. You're a badass. Thank you, Enter User. I really appreciate it. Happy freedom, Plastic Quack. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for letting me know. Let's go, Brandon. I will definitely check that out. Genetic Biden's probably retired in an old age home. He should be, but the last I heard is he signed up with some marketing team from Hollywood, like a publicity agent or something like that. Like he's going to be in the next TV show or something. I haven't heard any follow-up to that. It's very interesting. What's up, Wiggly Tough? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Clot? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Christine? Happy freedom to you. Thank you for being here, Sassy Patriot. Hey, I appreciate you, Wayward. I love you too, Hair Juicer. Snugs Vance is doing awesome. I agree. He is. He's kicking ass. Thank you, Matt Rogers. All right, hooligans, I think we're good to go. Like I said, we will be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. We'll be looking for Caroline Leavitt if she's going to do a press briefing. We're also going to keep an eye on President Trump's public schedule to try and have an idea of what he's up to and whether or not we're going to be able to capture it live. Also, is tomorrow Friday? I think tomorrow's Freedom Friday. It is. So we will be doing the voice chat tomorrow after Coffee with Hooligans. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. That way you can join us in the voice chat. It is a lot of fun. We spend the whole time either researching things and gaining our knowledge. And regardless if we research things, we are always laughing. We are always laughing. We spend the whole time having a blast. Nothing bad. It's all good stuff and nothing but laughs over at the voice chat. So definitely go get yourself a membership over on jeffmaclive.com so you can join us in the voice chat tomorrow. I hope you hooligans have a fantastic night. Go get you some good food. Be safe if you got to leave the house. Stay warm if you're in a place that's freezing cold like where I'm at. I'm going to get some food. It's almost 8:30 at night. So either way, I appreciate all of you guys being here, listening to my rants. I'm sorry about the disappointment with the Epstein files. It wasn't my fault. But either way, hopefully I'll see you guys here tomorrow. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.